With Car Guru's Discover, you can skip the filters and describe what you're looking for in your own words. Simply type what you want, and Car Guru's Discover instantly surfaces real listings that match your exact needs. It's no wonder Car Gurus is the #1 most visited car shopping site according to SimilarWeb's estimated traffic data. Buy or sell your next car today with Car Gurus at cargurus.com. Go to cargurus.com to make sure your big deal is the best deal. That's cargurus.com. cargurus.com.
Every team, every topic, everywhere. This is Believe.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Attack the Baseline, a WNBA podcast where every episode we attack our baseline knowledge of the WNBA. We're your hosts, John and Kristen Barber, and today we're back to talk about the results of a very exciting 1v1 tournament wherein we saw Chelsea Gray come out on top to be Season 2's champion. Going to get into her run and some of the other exciting stuff that we saw in the tournament. And we're also going to talk a little bit about the new upcoming book, Court Queens, that you can pre-order and purchase at your local bookstore. But before we get into all of that, Kristen, how are you today?
Hello, I'm doing all right. I still feel like I sound stuffy. My nose will not clear up, but I mostly feel fine other than that. We had a pretty nice Valentine's Day. Mm-hmm. Things never go according to plan.
Not always, no.
We tried to go to brunch, and the place has stopped serving brunch.
As of 5 days ago.
We tried to make cute little raspberry heart cookies. They really came out absolutely horrible.
Horrible in terms of looks. They do taste quite good.
Yeah.
Fortunately, not a pretty cookie,
no,
but a tasty cookie, which I guess is at least 50%. So we can at least hang our hats on that. But yeah, not exactly what we had planned.
No, but you roll with the punches.
You just got to roll with the punches sometimes.
And we had a good weekend.
Yes, it's certainly a restful weekend at the very, very least. Yeah, so we're going to get into all that good stuff that happened this weekend with the tournament because we were fortunate to have a lot of exciting basketball to talk about. But before we do, if you'd like to send us an email, you could do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok at ATBPod. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you listen to the show. Subscribe to the YouTube. Tell your friends and family to do the same. And let's get into it. Why don't we start off by talking about, as I mentioned, the new upcoming book, Court Queens, coming to a bookstore near you on March 17th.
Yeah, so we were fortunate enough to be sent this book ahead of time.
A copy.
By the authors Emma Baccellieri and Jordan Robinson. Emma is a Sports Illustrated writer since 2018, covering women's basketball. Jordan Robinson, you might know from the co-host of the Women's Hoops show with Cheryl Swoops. Mm-hmm. So both of them very knowledgeable about women's basketball.
Exceedingly so.
And the book just goes through the history of women's basketball, really starting with the pioneers in 1890s all the way to last year's draft, basically Caitlin's draft. Mm-hmm. It has beautiful pictures. I'm obsessed with looking at the old-timey pictures where they don't know how to play basketball and are wearing their little dresses. But then I can just flip to random pages. This one talks about Gino Auriemma, how he's the winningest coach in Division I college basketball with UConn. So it kind of goes through UConn. Mm-hmm. Talks about the Houston Comets. Mm-hmm. This page is about Candace Parker. So just about all the different women's leagues that have existed, college hoops, the W, really good stuff in here. And it's just beautifully put together.
Yeah, a very, very fun book to flip through. Perfect coffee table book, perfect. Very stands out. Nice bright orange cover. So you're going to feel like it's very inviting. What could that be? And I feel like it's really like the perfect love letter to women's basketball. Honestly, we talk about when we started the show, it was about attacking our baseline, what we know about women's basketball, which when we started the show was not much. But now when we have the opportunity to flip through a book like this, it not only like enriches the stuff that we do know, but teaches us a lot that we don't already know. So it's the perfect way to just like get the broad scope of women's basketball over the last 130, 40 years. And like Kristen said, really, really high quality pictures in here that you can just like find yourself getting stuck on for multiple minutes at a time because you're just looking at all the details, all the faces. Strongly encourage you to check it out if you're a fan of women's basketball. This is like something that you just need to have on your coffee table because you want to be able to start that conversation when someone comes over and flips through your coffee table book and you can be like, oh, look at all the stuff I know about women's basketball because I had the chance to have a book like Court Queens. So check out the book when it hits shelves on March 17th. And really excited to hear more about it as it reaches more people. Okay, so why don't we get into the 1v1 tournament? Chelsea Gray, her greatness on display. We talk about Chelsea Gray a lot, especially in the context of Unrivaled, but who's had a better year than Chelsea Gray? She wins season 1 of Unrivaled with the Rose, basically carries the team to a finals MVP in season 1 of Unrivaled. Then she goes back to the W, wins another championship with the Vegas Aces, comes back for season 2 of Unrivaled, and for the first 4 weeks of the season, 5 weeks of the season, the Rose looked like the team to beat because Chelsea Gray was playing at, again, an MVP level. And now the 1v1 tournament comes around and our second champion, Chelsea Gray, is the one holding the trophy. Mm-hmm. How does it feel like to see Chelsea Gray as the representative of this year's 1v1 tournament champion?
It's crazy. I would not. I mean, you could go back and listen to when we did our picks for this tournament. And I just really, really thought that a big was going to end up winning. Just because last year, like, it was so uneven where the bigs would play the guards and the bigs would just win so much more.
Yeah.
So I was really like writing off anyone that's not a big.
Yeah, Chelsea lost 11-2 in the first round against Shakira Austin last year.
Right. So this tournament was at least a much better representation of actual skill in your position. And in that sense, you gotta give Chelsea Gray the chance. I mean, she, at this point, I would say is the best point guard that we currently have.
Oh, easily.
The best point guard of recent history.
She could be the best point guard of all time.
She could. Like, since 2021, she has just consistently been winning. She's won 2 Olympic gold medals. She's won
3 finals.
3 W championships. She won a finals MVP in 2022. She won, you said Unrivaled, now this 1-on-1. So, like, she's doing it at every single level. She's winning 5-on-5, she's winning 3-on-3, and now she's winning a 1-on-1.
Yeah, she is a first ballot Hall of Famer through and through. She is lock. And, even in our group chat today, we were talking about, like, could she be in, like, the GOAT conversation? And I mean, I don't necessarily think that she's the GOAT because there are a lot of good examples of who that player could be. But she is certainly one of the, at worst, 30 best players to ever play in the league. I would say very closer to top 20.
Top 10.
Top 10 even, potentially.
I don't know. Like, when you're seeing someone be so good totally on their own, like...
Yeah. No, she's an all-timer.
Yeah.
She cannot be denied.
She's just so, like, clearly she's so good on her own, but then she's also just so good on a team, facilitating a team. Like, yeah, Asia and Jackie, like, you're going to win if you have those players on your team.
Of course.
But Chelsea, like, facilitates it all.
If they don't have Chelsea, they struggle in a lot of respects.
Yeah. So she's just incredible. I don't know if the Rose win again. We haven't said the Rose have Angel Reese back.
Yes, that's true. Big news that we haven't had a chance to report on.
So I have mixed feelings about this, but I think she will help. Probably help the Rose get a couple more wins here and there. So we'll see about the Rose, but at least Chelsea herself is still playing great this Unrivaled season.
And still a really a very good chance that she could end up league MVP. I mean, she's still scoring at the level that she's scoring, even if her scoring's down like a tick over the last couple weeks. But she's locked in for top 3 at least, vote getter. And I think the 1v1 tournament win is certainly going to help her case, even if it's technically out of context, but who knows how the voters are going to vote, especially a fan vote.
Can we pause? I feel like I need to elaborate
on the Angel stuff.
Angel Reese. I love Angel. I'm so happy she's back. I wish she was here the whole year. You know, she has been very busy. I know she has lots of other things to do. So I can totally appreciate that she's been doing other things and has come back now. And I'm very excited to see her. I just don't understand the logistics of how she came back and this crazy trade that happened beforehand where the Rose traded away a player.
Yes, Azurá Stevens.
And who may or may not be injured.
We don't know.
We have yet to see if she plays this upcoming week. But she at least was injured very recently before they traded her.
Yes.
And they got literally nothing back in return. So this is just not a trade that I don't think would ever have happened in any other league, in any other sport.
Right.
I don't think it's not allowed. To
it
trade
made
someone.
Way for Angel.
Right.
Right.
So everyone knew that Angel was coming back at this point.
I mean, certainly evidence was, with Court and T, they definitely knew, and neither of them were on the Rose. So
it just leaves me with a lot of questions. I don't know. Even just going back to the draft at the beginning of the year, the Rose were able to protect Chelsea and Ka, but now they also have Angel. So now they really kind of protected 3 of their players when no other team was allowed to do that.
Right.
It's just sketch.
Yeah, there's a certain sketchiness for sure, especially when we consider the development pool and those players not necessarily getting as many opportunities.
That is the point of the development pool, be used when you have holes in your roster.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for them. So I'm not blaming Angel at all for this. She can totally come back if she wants. I just think they're not really sure how to navigate in this kind of situation, and they're doing their best. No one has any outrage about this that I've seen that's involved in the league. Obviously they want Angel to have so more viewers will watch her.
Yeah.
I just think it's just questionable. It just raises a lot of questions.
Yeah, well, and when the players are part owners of the league and the league makes money, they make more money. Part of that, desire for increased viewership that Angel will certainly bring definitely helps them. So I think there's an angle there that I don't see why a player would necessarily be opposed to her coming back. We also don't know how ready she's going to be from a court standpoint. Obviously she's been working with the Olympic team. She's on the Olympic roster she's on the World Cup team that's going to be traveling for the qualifying matches. So obviously she's been working on her game, but she wasn't there when they won their championship in season 1 of Unrivaled. She had gotten hurt. So we're going to see what she brings and see what it basically brings to the entirety of the league. But yes, more complicated than it should be. This whole move to bring her back into the league, but we are still happy to see her there. And I'm looking forward to seeing the new look Rose with her returning to their squad. I say new look Rose as if it's not 5 of the same 6 players that were on the team last year. Well, sorry, not Azurá. Azurá's gone now.
Yeah.
But yes. So that's the Angel aside. Let's get back to the tournament at hand. I just want to talk about Chelsea Gray's path here because I personally had Tosh winning that first match. And this was the first match that we saw in the whole tournament was Chelsea versus Tosh in a game where Chelsea won 11-10. Very well. Like, we could not be like very easily not talking about Chelsea winning the whole thing, because she had some moments that she had to overcome some very difficult scores. I mean, 11-10, she wins over Tosh. Then she has to play Jackie, who knows her game more than anybody else in the tournament. She wins 12-6. Then she has to play Paige Beckers, who so many people probably took to win this whole entire thing. She does crush Paige 11-2, but then she has to go up against Kelsey Plum, a player who also is very intimately aware of Chelsea's game. And KP was up 8-0, and then Chelsea roars back and wins 11-8. That was a ton of opportunity. And then she goes to the final. She loses game 1 to Alicia Gray, who we had winning the whole freaking thing. I thought, hey, after she lost 7-0 to Leash, kind of looks like the run might be over. And then she wins game 2. And then the epic final third game, we were on bated breath. I was out of my chair. I was so close to the TV because I was hanging on to every single shot that both of them were taking. It was 6-0. Alicia Gray, she needed one more point to win, and she couldn't get it done. Chelsea Gray gets 2 buckets in a row, and then they scrap for what felt like half an hour to see who's going to score again. And then Leash trips, and that's enough room for Chelsea to put up the 3 that wins her the game. And then she takes the whole freaking tournament. A really, really difficult road to get there, but she got it done.
Yeah.
What stood out from you from some of these games that she had to play?
Oh, she just like is so impressive in terms of her endurance and in terms of her stamina. Like, they all are exhausted.
Yeah.
You could tell at the end of the third game of this final, like Alicia, both of them were exhausted. But ultimately, you know, Chelsea ended up getting, in my eyes, more rebounds than Alicia was getting. She, at the end, you know, Alicia kind of falters and Chelsea's there, able to put up the 3. When, you know, Alicia was kind of struggling to hit a 3 at the end because you're just like exhausted.
Well, she didn't lose her, or she lost her legs. She couldn't get enough lift on her shot.
Yeah. So, I mean, Chelsea has just really, really good training, like really good endurance for this.
And she's not the only one, but there were certain, like, you could tell with different players. And like Fee was on the broadcast last night for the semifinals and the finals, and she said, my advantage was my endurance and my ability to, like, I had prepped for how long I knew I needed to play. And that was why we ultimately saw Fee get it done last year. But you're right, Chelsea's very much in that same vein of having the endurance to stick it out through these games, through these longer matches when she got into these. An ability to come back 8-0 when KP just needs one more 3 to win, or to come back from 6 down against Leash in literally what would have been a game for $200,000 just tells you how much she was able to summon from the bottom of that tank, and shows you the level of player that she certainly is. I personally, because we had Alicia winning the whole thing, when Alicia was up 4-0 in game 3, she didn't attempt a 3 until it was 6-4. But I really wish she had just, before she used as much energy as she needed to, as she's battling for every rebound with Chelsea, if she had taken, I swear, when it was 4-0, if she had looked for an open 3, then I think it would have been over. But instead she drove, and it was that tough drive that ended in what she thought was a foul to go up 6-0. And then she definitely got in this habit of like looking toward the refs a little bit too much.
The refs were not helping either of them out in this.
No. It was an epic final.
Yeah. I was going to be so impressed with us if Alicia had won. Like, we got so much wrong in the whole rest of the bracket.
Yeah.
But if we had ended up with the winner, I would have been just shocked.
Well,
Like, oh, we know. We picked the winner, even though so much of the rest of it was wrong.
it's not even crazy to say that, like, Alicia winning the whole thing would have been insane. She was one of the 4-1 seeds.
Yeah.
She's first team all W.
The seeding was fake.
She's been the best team on the best. I think I agree with you that the seeding is fake outside of the 1,
Well, Chelsea was
the
a 2.
the 1, the 2, and the 8, I think are the least fake.
Well, Chelsea should have been
seeds.
a 1 probably. But Paige here is the 1 because the fans voted for Paige as the 1.
I don't think 2 is disrespectful of Chelsea, personally. But
she literally beat Paige
I know.
11-2.
I know.
So it's just the seeding is fake. I think that's nothing.
Well, it's they only play 1s in practice whenever they feel like it. It's not like we have.
It's the fans. It's whoever the fans liked
Sure.
is the seats.
That's Chelsea's path. Impressive path. When you look on the flip side of this bracket, Leash had a difficult road herself. I mean, she had Sanaya Rivers, who surprised her for a moment. It was a tough matchup that Leash wins 12-9 after Sanaya kind of gets cooking early, hits a couple early threes, and it's like, uh-oh, if Sanaya has the jumper, Sanaya might be able to be the big 8-1 upset that we were looking for. We didn't really get one of those. But, I mean...
Did Leash play one less game?
Leash played one less game because of the Kyle Rakia game getting canceled.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we saw that, and that definitely helps. I'm not going to say that doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
We also see the advantage from Aaliyah Boston, who also didn't have to play one of her initial games, and she made it all the way to the Final Four, where she basically gave Leash the biggest run for her money in the tournament. Leash goes up 9-0. Looks like it's going to be, cut and dry, but then you see the beauty of make it, take it. Leash misses one basket, and then AB scores 5 straight drives, bucket. And then it's like, okay, got to get a stop here. Leash almost doesn't get a stop, but then to just like calmly go to the outlet pass, get behind the 3-point line, jab step, pull, hits the 3, wins the game. So clutch. Such a clutch win for Leash, which sent her to that final. Definitely an easier road to get there, but having to beat the big, who you said you were confident a big was going to win this thing, that's going to make it the hardest thing.
That's really tough. Like Leash beating AB is tough.
Mm-hmm. AB was tough and had a great tournament.
Yeah, really good. Unfortunately, we did not see Leash versus Rye.
I wanted it so bad.
I wanted that so bad. Because Ray Burrell ended up beating Ryan in the first round.
That was the biggest upset of the whole thing.
Maybe.
A 7-2. And Ray, like, we've given her flowers, but like Ray is a locked on candidate when the W comes back for most improved player because of how she's played in this Unrivaled. I kind of thought that was going to be the case last year, that she was going to be one of those candidates. And then she got hurt in the first game of the year. And then she has to, recover from an injury.
Well, look, maybe Ray, I don't remember all of our protections and everything, but maybe Ray ends up being picked to an expansion team.
I don't know if you can give her up. It's
I know,
hard.
but the Sparks are so loaded.
Yeah.
With bigs, especially.
Mm-hmm. Not that she's a guard, but like she's like
she's
a
like a
tweener.
taller guard. Yeah. She could, if she gets like a really prominent spot on a team, I for sure think she could be most improved.
Yeah. And that's what happened with Veronica Burton.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Ray Burrell, super impressive path. The 11-0 shutout against Sony was like immaculate stuff. Really, really, really great stuff. Yeah, no, I like, a lot of people felt really good about Ray's chances in this tournament and had her winning a couple matches, had her beating Rye, had her going up against Marina. Not that Marina made it out of the first round, but like thought that she could make legitimate noise in this bracket, and she did until she faced Leash, and it was over. I want to say that like Kelsey Plum, another player that had a great tournament. She really like proved that she is built for this kind of competition.
Don't doubt her.
No, you can't doubt her. The ability to, the three's off a little bit, but then she runs to the other corner and she takes the shot again. And even if she misses it again, she'll run to the other corner and just constantly taking attempt after attempt after attempt from range. Incredibly, incredibly dangerous. And that's why we felt so good about her chances in this tournament and had her going to the final in our bracket.
Like, I kind of feel like Chelsea's in pod B. I feel like she should have been in pod A with like the other point guards.
Yeah, I mean,
unless they're not all.
They're smaller.
They kind of mixed up the guards.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Yeah, but Chelsea, I don't know.
They probably did some sort of like height
Chelsea is...
thing.
I don't know how tall Enrique is, but I would say Chelsea is like on the smaller end of this pod.
I mean,
I don't know.
Maybe like an inch or two. But no, I mean, we can quibble about that. It didn't really matter because she got it.
No.
She won the her pod.
No. I mean, overall, I think this tournament was great. It was much better structured than last year.
Mm-hmm.
It
really successful.
It really benefited from players not being injured because last year so many of the games were canceled. So this was just so much better in that regard. The finals were incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Like last night's games were amazing.
Semis and the
That
final,
would have been like, if you watch nothing else next year, like just watch the semis and the final.
Mm-hmm.
The first round was fun. Honestly, the second round, I was like, I cannot.
You had an
I was
existential
getting frustrated.
crisis. Existential crisis.
I was, because I want to like sit down and watch them all, but it's just like not something you can sit and watch for 2.5 hours. Like, there are just so many commercials.
Too many ZipRecruiter commercials, dude. Too many.
Right, because each game is like not that long, and then there's commercials and commercials, and it's the same like lady asking if you're gonna shoot the ball or not. I'm like, stop asking this question. So it's just like was too much the second day,
which is weird because it was less matches than the first night, or maybe like one more.
It felt so long.
Yeah,
but like if we just had it on and we're doing other things, then it wouldn't have been as bad. So like I need to remember that for next year. Like,
do something in the background.
Yeah.
But again, started great, ended great. Middle part was a little long, but you can't really do anything about it. Like,
no, I know. Like, there's so many you have to get through.
My biggest accolade for Unrivaled is conversations that I had with folks that were like trying to watch whatever the NBA was putting on with their All-Star weekend, which was a whole lot of mid outside of, our Sixer VJ Edgecombe winning MVP of the Rising Stars. That's like literally the only great thing that happened. It sounds like it's been so boring.
Yep.
And that no one's really even been there.
No, like it's already happened. And I know it's going to happen again when I go back to work this week, where people are going to say, oh, I watched the NBA All-Star stuff and it was so boring. And I'm going to say, well, I watched the Unrivaled 1v1 and it was great.
The women aren't afraid to play ones. Maybe the men should try to play ones, and we'll see what that looks like. Yeah, it really just shows you the difference. Like to say that that Unrivaled had the best weekend of basketball, 100,000%. They did excellent. The tournament was successful. I hope they keep this format. I don't think there's anything you need to change from it outside of, I will say, if you could do the semifinals in a best of 3, I think would be nice. However, they would be exhausted going into the final. But I just think you need like a little more. I don't know.
It's too exhausting.
Yeah. Who knows? But congratulations, Chelsea Gray, on $200,000. Congratulations, Alicia Gray, on $50,000. KP, AB, $25K for winning their pods. I'm already psyched thinking about next year's 1v1 tournament and what kind of exciting, epic battles that we get to see.
Yeah. I love that a guard won this. So now we have both things happening.
Yeah.
With Fee winning last year and now a guard.
Truly anybody's tournament when you do it like this.
Right.
Except there was a moment where I was like, oh my God, I think we were like, it was in the round of 8. I was like, Aaliyah Edwards is going to murder Kelsey Plum if she makes it to the end.
Or like, honestly, if Aaliyah Boston got to the end versus Chelsea, I would be nervous.
Yeah.
I would have been scared for Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was like really good finals.
Yes. Great stuff. Great stuff. And then we'll be back on regular, unrivaled, regularly scheduled games this upcoming Friday. We've got Athletes Unlimited still going on.
Yes.
Where are we in our standings with our top 4? Who are our top 4 currently in Athletes Unlimited?
The top 4 at the end of week 2. So right now, technically today,
last day of week 3
is the start of week 3.
Oh, the start. Okay.
Yeah, they did the week 3 draft at 1 p.m. today on Sunday. So they just did it. So if you want to look for rosters, I don't know. I didn't see like a graphic of the rosters last week like there was for the first week. But the new rosters should be out like very soon. The draftees, at least it should have been, are Odyssey Sims, number 1, up 17 spots from week 1.
Woo.
So that's my girl in her rightful place. Natasha Mack up 12 spots. Rebecca Gardner down 1. So she was 2 this week 3, but great to still be up there. And Shea Petty at number 4 up 35 spots.
35 spots. See, that shows you how much you can move.
Like your team needs to win, period. Like you get so many points from your team winning because you get points for every quarter that you win. So it could just compounds if your team wins. So I am actually very excited to see who Odyssey Sims picked because she has had experience picking teams and making them good teams. So I am assuming that she will set herself up for success.
Looks like she's got a squad with the Gold Rush.
She did already.
Odyssey Sims, I believe this is correct.
Week 3, it says.
Week 3, 20, on the 18th.
Yeah.
Gold Rush versus Eclipse. Odyssey Sims, Kia Stokes, Kirsten Bell.
Stop.
Kia Stokes, Kirsten Bell.
Kia Stokes picked first. We don't know.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, because that's what happened last week.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure.
she's a demon. Pow Pow, Bree Hall, Anissa Morrow, Lexi Brown, who I guess is back, Grace Berger, Ari Powers, Elena Coates.
Okay.
So pretty
so we'll
decent
see.
squad. Pretty decent squad. I think I got to get back on, maybe watch a couple of these because I haven't had the opportunity to watch since week 1. But
Yeah, we can watch a game or two this week. It's halfway done already. So, like, we're
Yeah.
almost done. And there's no, like, playoffs, really. There's no bracket. It's just
right, who ends
whoever
up on top?
has the most at the end. So, my pick, Odyssey Sims, is in a good place.
Looking good.
Who was your pick?
Ariel Atkins.
Let me see where she was.
Yeah, where's she at?
She's 17 right now.
Okay. All right.
Middle of the pack.
Late riser. Late riser.
Could happen.
You never know. But yeah, check out AU, check out Unrivaled, and hopefully when we're back next week, we have some more CBA news, positive CBA news. The needle moved a little bit, but hasn't moved a lot of it. So keep an eye out for whatever happens. Pay the players. Let's get this done and look forward to whenever that W season is going to actually start, because it's probably not going to be happening on May 8th when it's supposed to. But I think it's going to do it for this episode of Attack the Baseline. Again, if you'd like to send us an email, you could do so at our email, attackthebaseline@gmail.com. Connect with us on Bluesky, Instagram, TikTok, at ATBPod. Leave us a 5-star rating and review on whatever platform it is that you listen to the show. Tell your friends and family to do the same. Subscribe to the YouTube. And as always, continue to enjoy women's basketball. Check out Court Queens. Go to your local bookstore. See if you can get a copy of Court Queens to support Jordan and Emma. And Kristen, I think this is going to do it for this episode of the pod. As always, I'm staring at the baseline. What are we going to do?
Attack it.
Attack the baseline. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll be back next week to talk about more women's basketball.
If you like the show, please take a moment to rate, review, and subscribe. It really does help the show to grow. Thank you for listening.